Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Chair of Joy experience. So, thank you for being here. Woo, 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 woo. I'm so excited. I've been in um, speaking on an event called Fame and Profit. So, talking about success and just listening to lots of people talk about company culture. And I am actually, my session is this afternoon. So, if you haven't been there, go check it out. I'm excited to speak. So, just a quick update. I was going to get a haircut today, but I decided not to because I'm going to let it grow just a little and then do a finesse cut. Um, the conversation that we're having today is again about building confidence. And as you know, I've been working on 8 different ways to build my confidence in my chair of joy so that I can get everything out into the world that I have been meant to do on this planet. And whoo, most exciting updates. Just people opening up doors, different conversations with people in New York City who has connections with those that are connected to mental health awareness, healthcare companies, people who really are wanting to focus on raising the consciousness around what it's like to feel better now. So we are in a global mental health crisis, and I know that the Chair of Joy can help. Anyway, building confidence. So I've been focusing on these things, and the one thing that I've been focusing on is nutrition, exercise, healthy routine, because what's on the outside is what shows up first. It's the first component that indicates what success looks like for us. And so yes, just 10 pounds gone. It's not about the weight, but got on the scale this morning, and I think it's been, I don't know, 2 weeks or something like that since I started these lives, and just feeling really good and feeling very aligned. And when we get into alignment and are feeling good more often during the day, the things that we dream about and wish and hope for start to manifest. So I can't even begin to tell you all the things that are happening. So let's start a chair of joy. And I just wanted to give you this stat before I get started because I think it's just absolutely incredible. Um, I don't know if you've ever heard of the end of education is the name of the article, and what it's about is NASA conducting a study. It's a famous study where they uh, wanted to know what the greatest genius of humans was to measure if the creativeness of our thinking was taken away from us as we started to conform and get into the school system and begin living our lives in the world as we know it. And the test results were shocking. 98% of 5-year-old children fell into the genius category of imagination. This number is dropped to 12% for 15-year-olds and 2% for adults. So I don't know if it's sending our kids to school, the way we raise our children, is it the expectations we put on them? I'm not sure what all the real reasons for all of that are. We can only begin to guess. And but nevertheless, here we are. And I think that using our imaginations to set intentions and to get aligned with the things that we want is really a skill that we have to practice or we get to practice. And so the Chair of Joy uh, definitely incorporates that. So let's go ahead and get started with the Chair of Joy. And I'm going to take you through the thinking portion of this today with a little more detail about what it is to um, start to manifest those things that you're really wanting. So, all right, here we go. So, find your chair of joy. 5 steps. Number 1, locate your chair of joy. And I'm going to jump into my kayak that's right back here. So fun. I love my kayak. It's actually unbelievably warm in Wisconsin today. I don't know where it is for you, but I'm excited that you're here. Just super excited that you're here. So, where's your chair of joy? If you have to move to go get in it, or just want to close your eyes to get in it mentally, if you're on a beach somewhere or in the woods or fishing or wherever the thing is that you're loving to do, or wherever your chair is in your house. So go to your chair and have a seat. Number 2, have a seat. And start just settling into the fact that you're taking a break. I don't know, it's 12:05 where I am. I don't know what time it is where you are, but you're taking a break for you, and that's pretty powerful. So let yourself sit down in your chair, and I'm imagining you all right now just sitting back and relaxing and putting your feet out if that's what you want to do, kind of tapping your toes and your feet to get grounded on the floor. Sense your surroundings. Are you in the woods? Do you hear birds? Is there city noises or children playing across the street at school? Whatever the thing is for you, just really settle in to your chair of joy. And I want you to just pay attention to what your feeling is. And maybe it isn't joy that we're going to, it literally is about feeling better. And even if you go from despair or depression or sadness or whatever you're at right now to something a little bit better by the time we're done, that's enough. That's enough. Just know that that's enough. And the better we get at this, and the more you show up at noon every day, the more and more profound results you'll start to receive. So I want you to sit in your chair of joy and start taking a couple of deep breaths and just know whatever your emotion is that you can become aware of about yourself is really helpful. Sometimes I tap my chest to just start getting connected to my body and getting my mind wrapped around what it is that's the predominant emotion in my day right now. So I'm going to go there with you. So let's take a couple of deep breaths. Step number 3, deep breaths. And let's tap into your emotion that you're having most predominantly right now. What is it for you? Is there some anxiety? Is there something that you're unclear about or uncertain? Is it overwhelmed because there's just so much to do? It could be loneliness, concern about someone who's in your sphere that's having a hard time or maybe has some kind of illness that they're dealing with. Blessings to all of them, feeling that, loving that. You can use this as prayer and meditation as well right now. Take another deep breath and send out love. All right, so whatever that emotion is that you're having, I'm going to name one for me. The one that's popping up the most is busy. That's the word that comes up for me. And for me, busy is not a good word. I do not love being busy. I don't like saying I'm busy. It's just not something that feels good or gives me good energy. So getting to the things I want to accomplish is letting go of that busy and having my days filled with the things that feel good. So whatever your word is, one more deep breath. And just let that go to the side. Let it drop. Let that word go. Let that emotion go. Rock your shoulders back and forth. Bring up this extra space now that you have since you just let it go. You can even brush it off your shoulders if you want. And just know that all that matters is this moment right now, sitting in your chair of joy, you taking a break just for you. And one more deep breath in, and let's blow that emotion out completely. Excellent. All right, so we're going to spend a little time in visualization and thinking mode. So that's number 4, right? Is after we took our deep breaths, we want to tap into something that feels good. So a moment of joy would be phenomenal. And again, sometimes we don't get to those moments very quickly, and that's okay. So, but see if you can tap into something that has given you joy just in the last 24 hours. Did someone come over? Was there a phone call, an email? Was there a cool conversation? Did you go out for a walk and there was a particular bird or cardinal. I saw a cardinal the other day, which is really cool. They're bright, bright red. And whatever that is for you, just pop into that memory of joy. I really want you to step into this scene fully. I want us to fully embrace this. I'm not in your mind, so I can't help you completely visualize, but I'll give you some prompts. So whatever it is this movie is about. So what we're doing is we're building up your creative cognitive genius. You're thinking about what you're thinking to develop what it is that you want. And we're opening up the super highways, our neural pathways to our brain so we can allow things to come in. It's so fun to do after we start getting really good at it. So visualization, let's think about that place that you're at, this movie that you're in, and I want you to completely engage in all the senses and smell what it smells like to be there. Right? Really, really, really see all the details. See the colors. See the movement. See the opportunity. And hear, see, feel, touch, taste, all of that. If there's food involved, let yourself tap into whatever that food is. All right, perfect. So now that you're in this spot and you can really engage in what's going on around you, I want you to just open up your chest a little and let your vision expand as big as the room. Like let that memory grow, if you will. Give it juice, give it some energy, like you're watering a plant. Like trickle some water on the leaves, right? And in the dirt, and you can almost instantly start to see it go from shrouded down to sitting up straight, or being more what flowers do. They become more firm and solid, and they're juicy and full of life. That's what I want you to do, is see your memory expand to this whole room. So I'll give you an example. So this cardinal that I saw the other day, it was bright, bright red. It popped out of nowhere. I had just sat down on this place and was starting to enjoy the sights and sounds. And this cardinal popped in and sat on the tree. And I was like, wow, well, thanks for visiting me. I was kind of shocked and surprised. And then I'm bringing that memory in right now, and then I'm expanding it to the room. And if I did that, I would say my memory expanded too. Maybe 10 or 15 or 20 cardinals coming and landing on this fall-colored oak tree that was overshadowing the golf course. And all of the birds started singing and interacting and conversing and creating and planning. And so what's happening in your vision? What's in that room that your vision expanded to? All right, perfect. And we're going to go one more. Just today, just for a little work. I want you to expand beyond this room just a tiny. And I want to see your vision expand to the whole neighborhood, right? Just your neighborhood. We're not going to go to the bigger than that today because we want to keep this short, but expand that vision to the whole neighborhood. Be in the movie with it. And whatever the thing is that you're thinking about, see yourself as it's now unfolding into the neighborhood with the people and the sounds and the sights and the music and the restaurants and whatever's happening, or who's invited and what's the party and what are the foods now and who else is there, right? And for me, these birds are now all the way downtown. I live near town, and so all the way up and down the lines of the trees on the boulevard are filled with these cardinals. And looking down at the street and watching all the people completely enjoy the um, the the view, and everybody having such a grand time taking pictures and laughing and sharing conversations because it gave them something to talk about, and it's helping them to expand their smiles and their laughter. And one bird even landed on one person's shoulder, and that was super cool. So uh, that's the way that you can simply start envisioning everything. So, lastly, before I wrap up, is let's just feel this beautiful memory that we just unpacked and unfolded into your mind's eye, and let that vision of that whole scenario roll through your body. And all of us, if we can learn to feel what that feels like, that joy that we just created beyond what was already in our minds with the initial memory, and created it into the room, or somewhat bigger, and then into our whole neighborhood, and what that felt like, and how powerful that is if that were to really be a reality. And that's it. And just feel that in your body, and then come back whenever you're ready. And that's it. So I just want to end up with continue your chair of joy, and you can use the chair of joy to expand all kinds of memories for the goals that you want, the dreams that you have, the things that you want to accomplish in life. So thanks for being here today. Continue on your chair of joy. I look forward to continuing this success with all of you. And please let me know if you want to chat or have questions or want to engage in another way. Talk to you soon.